If someone told you that losing belly fat is just about eating less and exercising more, they lied to you. The truth is, there are little-known secrets about visceral fat, and if you don't understand how your body really works, you could spend months, or even years, training the wrong way and following diets that simply don't work. The problem isn't just what you eat, it's how your metabolism, hormones, and even your cortisol levels might be sabotaging your progress without you even realizing it. And the worst part? While you struggle to lose weight, visceral fat is acting like a silent enemy, increasing your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. But don't worry, it's not your fault. Most people don't know the right strategies to activate fat burning efficiently. But today, that changes. I'm going to show you exactly what science has proven about how to speed up this process and transform your body for good. Visceral fat is a silent enemy, and far more dangerous than most people realize. Unlike the pinchable fat on your belly, this fat accumulates around vital organs like the liver, pancreas, and intestines. The problem? It doesn't just sit there. Visceral fat acts like an active organ, releasing inflammatory substances that disrupt metabolism, increase cortisol levels, and set the stage for serious diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular issues, and even cancer. And believe it or not, even people who don't appear overweight can have dangerously high levels of this hidden fat. So how do you know if you're at risk? It's simple. Grab a measuring tape and check your waist circumference at navel level. For women, anything over 88 centimeters is considered high risk. For men, that number rises to 102 centimeters. And if you think crunches will fix the problem, bad news. Isolated exercises won't get rid of visceral fat. Without the right strategy, no amount of planks will stop this dangerous fat from silently harming your health, even if you don't see it in the mirror. The effects of visceral fat go way beyond appearance. Studies show that excess abdominal fat triples the risk of dementia in the future. Not to mention the increased risk of chronic inflammation, which affects everything from lung function, raising the risk of asthma, to hormone production, making tumor growth more likely. If you've ever felt unexplained fatigue, struggled to lose weight, or experienced constant hunger, visceral fat might be disrupting your hormones and insulin response. And this problem isn't solved by simply counting calories. It's about changing how your body processes energy. The good news? There's a clear way to reverse this. Eating soluble fiber slows down sugar absorption, helping to control weight and reduce inflammation. Following the Mediterranean diet, which is rich in healthy fats and antioxidants, directly combats visceral fat accumulation. But that's not all. Aerobic exercise and resistance training are crucial for activating visceral fat burning efficiently. Want to know which foods are sabotaging your fat loss and which ones speed up results? Then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Your engagement makes all the difference. When it comes to eliminating visceral fat, what you eat is just as important as what you avoid. If your plate is packed with soluble fiber, like oats, avocados, and flax seeds, you're already on the right track. These fibers form a gel in the stomach, slowing down digestion and keeping hunger in check for longer. On the other hand, ultra-processed foods loaded with trans fats do the exact opposite. They increase inflammation and stimulate abdominal fat accumulation. If a food label says partially hydrogenated, that's a red flag, better to stay away. Another big saboteur? Excessive alcohol. You don't need to be a heavy drinker for it to affect your metabolism. Studies show that people who drink frequently, even in moderate amounts, tend to store more visceral fat around their organs. That's because alcohol disrupts fat oxidation, meaning your body prioritizes breaking down alcohol instead of burning fat. And let's be honest, how many times has a couple of drinks led to late-night cravings for junk food? If you want to shed belly fat fast, cutting back on alcohol should be high on your priority list. But let's talk about the good stuff, foods that actually boost metabolism and help burn fat faster. Protein is a powerhouse here. Whether it's from lean meats, eggs, or plant-based sources like lentils and quinoa, protein increases your calorie burn by up to 30% just through digestion. Plus, it helps control appetite and prevents muscle loss, which is crucial for keeping your metabolism revved up. Swapping out refined carbs for whole grains is another smart move. Doing so has been shown to reduce visceral fat by 10%. And of course, let's not forget the power of a Mediterranean diet. Rich in healthy fats from olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish, this diet isn't just great for heart health, it's scientifically proven to shrink waistlines. The anti-inflammatory properties of omega-3s in fatty fish, combined with fiber from vegetables and legumes, create the perfect environment for sustainable fat loss. Want to know how to fine-tune your diet even further? Keep watching, because the next topic will show how stress, sleep, and hormones can make or break your progress. If there's one invisible villain that can sabotage your efforts to lose belly fat, it's cortisol. This stress hormone is released in response to tension, but when it stays elevated for too long, the body interprets it as a survival signal and starts storing fat, especially in the abdominal area. That's why people who experience chronic stress often accumulate visceral fat, even if their diet hasn't changed significantly. And let's be real, telling someone to just relax isn't exactly helpful. Without the right strategies, stress keeps disrupting your metabolism, making fat loss an uphill battle. One of the best ways to regulate cortisol and reduce visceral fat is to incorporate relaxation techniques. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and even a simple walk outdoors can lower stress hormone levels and help the body return to balance. But here's the kicker: resistance training and aerobic exercise are also powerful tools for managing stress and keeping hormones in check. People who exercise regularly tend to have more stable cortisol levels, which means a lower likelihood of storing excess belly fat. But none of this matters if you're not sleeping well. Sleep is one of the body's most important hormonal regulators. When you don't get enough, the hormones that control hunger and metabolism spiral out of balance. Leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, drops, while ghrelin, the hormone that makes you hungry, skyrockets. The result? You crave more food, especially carbs and sweets, which fuels inflammation and promotes fat storage. Getting less than 6 hours of sleep per night can increase obesity risk by 23%, so improving sleep quality isn't a luxury, it's a fat-burning strategy. And let's talk hormones. Cortisol and insulin are just part of the equation. Imbalanced levels of testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone also play a massive role in how your body stores fat and builds muscle. This means that sticking to healthy habits like following the Mediterranean diet, managing stress, and prioritizing sleep creates a domino effect that can completely transform your metabolism. One thing needs to be clear: there's no magic exercise to burn belly fat. But there is a set of strategies that make a huge difference. First, aerobic exercises are non-negotiable. Running, cycling, swimming. Anything that gets your heart rate up and makes you sweat helps eliminate visceral fat. Studies show that training at least 300 minutes per week can reduce belly fat by up to 14%. And before you ask, yes, walking counts, as long as you keep a brisk pace. But cardio alone isn't enough. The real secret to keeping your metabolism fired up all day is combining aerobic exercises with resistance training. Lifting weights not only burns fat during the workout but keeps burning calories even while you rest. The more muscle mass you have, the more energy your body naturally consumes. Want a practical example? If you strength train 3 times a week and incorporate compound exercises like squats and deadlifts, your body will turn into a fat-burning machine without needing to double your workout time. And for those wondering about workouts, here's an interesting fact. Abdominal exercises alone won't directly burn fat, but they do help in the process. A recent study found that adding core-focused exercises to a routine that already includes aerobic exercises and strength training can speed up belly fat loss. The key is variety. Planks, leg raises, and vacuum exercises are some of the most effective options. Strengthening your core improves posture, enhances endurance, and supports overall fat loss. Now, here's the game changer. The intensity of your workout can determine your results. HIIT, high-intensity interval training, is one of the most powerful weapons against visceral fat. Short 20 to 30-minute sessions combining high-intensity bursts with short rest periods keep your body burning fat for hours after you're done. Want a solid routine? Try alternating between aerobic exercises, resistance training, and HIIT throughout the week. And speaking of powerful strategies, did you know that what you eat can maximize your training results? That's exactly what we're covering next. Oh, and if this content is helping you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. It helps us keep bringing you valuable insights. Now that you know the most effective strategies to eliminate visceral fat, the big question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Because knowing the right path but not taking action is the same as staying stuck in the same cycle. Your metabolism, your hormones, and even your daily energy levels are all being impacted by the choices you make, or the ones you avoid. The good news? You now have all the tools you need to change that. The key is to apply, test, and adjust until you find what works best for you. Think about it. What's stopping you from starting right now? The right diet, the right workout, and strategies like intermittent fasting and cortisol control aren't just methods. They're shortcuts to a healthier life and a body that works in your favor. And the best part? Small, consistent changes lead to massive transformations over time. Now the decision is yours. Are you going to keep waiting, or are you going to take control of your health today? And if you really want to take this knowledge to the next level, there's something you need to know. Your hormone levels might be holding you back from burning fat and stealing your energy without you even realizing it. Low testosterone levels, for example, are directly linked to abdominal fat gain and muscle loss. Want to know how to identify this and reverse it naturally? Then don't miss our video on the hidden signs of low testosterone. It might be the missing piece in your fat loss journey. If this content helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below. Tell me, which of these strategies are you going to apply first? I want to see you in control of your own transformation.